17-year-old Dallas teen Akia Imari Hood was hardworking, vibrant, and always had a smile on her face. Akia was a junior at Lancaster High School. She was a member of the Tigerette dance team as well as the Next Level community dance group in Dallas. Akia had an on-again, off-again relationship for the past 2 years with 17-year-old Trevon Wright. Less than a month ago, she gave birth to a baby girl, Iceland, and she was so excited about motherhood. Recently, Akia found out that Trevon was actually not the father of the newborn baby. So Akia and Trevon's families both met up so Akia could share the news, and they agreed to move on amicably. Akia's mother, Takoya Lester, said that her daughter was devastated that Trevon wasn't the father, but she still wanted him in her life, so she agreed to let him come over on Sunday, January 7th. So on that Sunday, Trevon came over and went into Akia's room. Around 10:30 a.m., Takoya heard a loud noise in the house. When she went to check on her daughter, Akia's bedroom door was locked. When she didn't get an answer when banging on the door, she went outside to find Akia's bedroom window open with the screen pushed out. When Takoya looked further into the bedroom, Trevon was nowhere to be found, but her daughter had suffered from a gunshot wound. On Tuesday, January 9th, Trevon was arrested by the U.S. Marshals Task Force and booked into the Dallas County Jail. He is currently being held on a $500,000 bond. A little before 2:30 a.m. on Sunday, March 17th, 19-year-old twin sisters Samaya and Sanaya Spain went to Slope Natural Plus Deli and Grill in the Park Slope neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. Their brother was with them, and they had just come from a family game night. Family members say the twins had also gone to a club earlier during the night. They had decided to stop by the store to get something to snack on, and the owner of Slope Natural Plus says that the twins were regular customers in the store. While walking to the bodega, a friend who was with the twins noticed a man following Samaya. So in one article, it says that this man was actually at the club on the same night that the girls were there. Now, to get the man to go away, Samaya ended up providing her Instagram handle to him. When Samaya refused the drunk man's advances and told him she wouldn't follow him back on Instagram, he started getting belligerent and stormed out of the store. A few moments later, he attempted to push his way through the store's entrance, pushing Samaya in the process. When that happened, everyone else, including some of the store workers, pushed him out of the door and locked it so he couldn't come back in. During this time, the man also tried stabbing one of the store workers. Now, thinking that the man was gone, Sanaya and Samaya exited the store a short time later. The man came up to them again, this time with the knife visible in his hands. Sanaya said that the man said, "I'm gonna stab y'all in the face." He pushed Samaya to the ground before running at her with the knife in his hand. The girl's older brother intervened, pushing the man to the ground. Sanaya says that when she went to grab Samaya's phone, the guy stabbed her in the arm before stabbing Samaya in the neck. Police found Samaya with stab wounds to her chest and neck and rushed both of the twins to New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital, where Samaya was later pronounced dead. Sanaya is expected to make a full recovery from her injuries. So the suspect is still on the run. There's not much information about him, just this picture that they caught of him when he was trying to enter the store. The sources used for this video were Fox 5, The New York Post, The Guardian, and People magazine.
A 32-year-old father from Louisville, Kentucky has finally been charged for the 2019 unaliving of his own newborn son. 32-year-old Anthony Trice claimed that he was playing video games one night and became frustrated because he was losing. After he lost the game, he took his frustration out by punching his newborn son in the head. He claims that after this, he attempted to pick the baby up and console the baby. He went to bring the baby to the kitchen to get the baby a bottle, but on his way, he, dropped the baby. After getting the baby a bottle, he brought the baby back to the room, cleaned the baby up, and propped the bottle up in front of the baby, and then called his child's mother's mother. The baby's maternal grandmother urged him to bring the baby to the hospital, and the baby succumbed to his injuries 2 days later. I don't believe that Anthony is telling the truth, but I guess it doesn't matter now. He's been sentenced to 20 years.
Oh my God. What are you doing? What the...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's a, oh. Oh my God. Oh.
NBA great Karl Malone states he has finally made peace with his son conceived at age 22 with a 13-year-old girl, Gloria Bell. Malone initially denied paternity, fearing imprisonment, and refused to pay $125 a week in child support despite earning a total of $101 million throughout his NBA career. He eventually settled with the family out of court, and a DNA test did in fact reveal Malone to be the father of the Buffalo Bills player Demetrius Bell. Malone now publicly acknowledges Bell as his son.
Because it is no reason. There's nothing about a 13-year-old.
That's like a senior in college fucking with an 8th grader.
I seen articles a few years ago come out about him denying, calling her a liar, money grab, all that type of stuff. So then when I seen this come up, I'm like, wait. That is some Diddy shit. Like, as far as in like denying it and making the person act like they crazy. Like, what is they talking about? And then backtrack and be like, oh yeah, that was true.
Shut up. Don't talk in here.
I waive my rights.
Don't talk in here.
Rights.
The man deputies say got an 11-year-old pregnant walking out on his own bond hearing.
He's not going to get bond anyway. He's bond denied. I cannot set bond on anything carries up to life in prison.
Investigators say Derek Kendall Burris assaulted a girl and got her pregnant at 11 years old. Detectives say she is related to an acquaintance of the suspect, and DNA proves Burris is the father of the now 12-year-old girl's baby. Investigators say the girl originally told school personnel the assault was by someone closer to her age, and eventually told them it was Burris.
Anything you want to say, sir?
No.
This wasn't Burris's first run-in with the law. We checked with the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division and learned that back in 2004, he was charged with armed robbery with a deadly weapon and sentenced to 10 years in prison. But it's his charge this year that'll impact a young girl's life forever, according to Susie Cole with the Children's Advocacy Center.
It used to be that people would try to sweep abuse under the rug and pretend it didn't happen, and what we know is it doesn't go away.
She says the center is seeing record numbers of assault allegations, but blatant signs like a pregnancy are rare, so parents need to open a dialogue with their kids.
Or at least in our experience, more than 95% of children are not abused by a stranger, but by somebody they know.
She says she hopes this case is a wake-up call to the community.
This is 25-year-old Delalvar Burke, bedridden but thankful to be alive. Burke told police he picked up 19-year-old Antwain Williams of Frisco while driving for Lyft Monday evening. Once they reached the drop-off location, Burke says he was attacked from behind with multiple weapons. First a knife, and then a cable or wire to try and choke him.
The rider took a knife to Delalvar's throat and basically was gonna slash his throat. And he did that a couple of times. Delalvar put his hand right in front of the knife and basically asked the rider, hey, whatever you want, just take it, leave me alone.
Frisco police say Williams took Burke's Toyota Camry and left him in the apartment parking lot. Thankfully, there was a woman nearby to help Burke and call 911. Hours later, a patrol officer spotted the stolen Camry near Highway 423 in Rock Hill. Police tried to pull the vehicle over, but the driver sped away. Police say Williams eventually crashed out and tried to run, but was arrested. Meanwhile, Burke moved from Turkey to North Texas last year and sends money to his parents back home. Now leaning on his friends and cousins as he recovers.
I don't think nobody should deserve that, especially Delalvar, because he worked so hard.
Let's listen in on that chilling video where he confessed to the murder.
Shuku. Ngizothi ngishuku. Ngizamile. Sebenze kanzima empilweni yami. Thana certified woman. Ngizama ukumjabulisa. Ngizama ukuthi umuntu osifazane ajabule. Ngizame kanzima. Ngiluze into eziningi, lots of money, lots of everything. But ke wazala ingane engasiyo yami, ngambekezelela ngayondla. Wakhathala yimina wangala. Ngoba sizophumela uRaf azamela umina.
This TikToker just got arrested after posting a video of him spraying bug spray on people's fruits and vegetables. So if you've been on TikTok, you may have seen this person, Wolfie Coletti. He makes these videos where he's just doing absolutely diabolical things in public. He's taking people's clothes out of dryers and throwing raw food in there. He's going into the back of kitchens and fast food restaurants and just throwing stuff around. He's doing terrible things to these people. And he's gained over 300,000 followers making these types of videos. Well, finally, a video that he posted and then quickly deleted has caught up with him because now he is facing multiple charges after spraying this bug spray on people's food. This is him, by the way, old Charles Smith, no longer Wolfie Coletti, and he was arrested in Mesa, Arizona. A 27-year-old who was arrested just this morning a few hours ago now. Now, he did this in a Walmart, and they said that they have taken all those fruits and vegetables out of the store and cleaned the entire area where he was at. And old Wolfie Coletti is being charged right now for introducing poison, a class 6 felony, criminal damage, a class 1 misdemeanor, endangerment, class 1 misdemeanor, and theft, class 1 misdemeanor.
Marriage needs to happen quick if you are going to wait before marriage, or if you're going to wait till marriage.
The men who are ready for real marriage that's going to last, they want to wait for sex, but they also want marriage to happen quick.
Bingo, which means you better be a damn good dater.
That's right.
Got to be an excellent dater. You got to be vulnerable. You got to be integrated. You got to know what you like, how you like it. You got to talk about it. And then, hey, when things start getting spicy, whistle up a small little fucking ceremony, throw her on the couch and wrap it up.
So my wife and I met and we started dating. 2 weeks later, I said, "You're the woman I want to marry. Let's get married." And she said, "Okay, yes, sir." We didn't get married on the spot, but we also didn't wait 8 years. We got engaged and we went 10 and a half months from then.
Any sex during the engagement?
No. It was a wonderful wedding night, I will say, and I have 5 kids, so it's definitely sex happening now. Did we talk about sex? Absolutely. Did we want to have sex before? Absolutely. Did we? No. Because we said, let's make sure, let's hold off on sex for a small amount of time so that we can have the right life and make sure this works.
Did you present it?
Yes.
And I think that's the big indicator. You presented it. It doesn't work so well when the woman presents it and the guy goes, "Good idea."
Only way to win is not to play it.
Is that a War Games reference?
Might be.
You know War Games?
Yeah,
Still finding out new stuff about you.
that's the adventure.
There's a nerd in there.
Maybe there is.
I might bang her later.
The issue with black women dating outside of their race, but specifically dating white men, is it eliminates the idea that black women aren't desirable because we're not feminine enough, but we're just not desirable because our men do not marry within their race. Black women and white men typically do not date outside of their race. They typically are very race loyal, as opposed to our counterparts, white women and black men. So a long-standing idea is that black women are too aggressive, too bitter, too rough, too rugged to be wifed, to be married. But if a black woman is able to procure a white man, which is what most black men want to be, because like I've stated before, the black community just wants to be the white community in blackface. And the idea that black women aren't desirable based off of their hair, their look, their bodies, their personalities just wouldn't be true. And the whole idea of pro-blackness is contingent on black men being able to subjugate a group of people. And the only people black men can subjugate is black women. Well, if black women are now aligning themselves with white men, then black men are now at the bottom of the totem pole, which would go against pro-blackness.